That's what all of this is about, is you truly being you, whatever the hell that is. And a lot of us have no idea what it is to be us, because nobody's ever said, hey, the valuable thing here is you being you, right? Have you ever had that? Have you ever had anybody in your life that said, hey, the valuable thing here is you being you? Not very much, right? I know, that's why we have tonight, because no matter what anybody has told you or said to you, this is something you have available. This is something that is your choice. This is something that is within your grasp. This is something that will, after tonight, hopefully become more available to you in your life. And I got to tell you, it's awesome. 22 years ago, I was going to kill myself. Literally, and not figuratively, okay? I'm one of the few people in the world that knows what literally means. Like, have you ever had somebody who goes, oh my God, there were like literally a billion of them? And you're like, no, there were 7 of them. There were not a billion, you know? I was literally at a place where I had planned the date to end my life. And it wasn't going to be on a holiday or around anybody's birthday. I didn't want anybody else to suffer. I just wanted to get the fuck out. I wanted to get out of the suffering I was living in. And then I saw this little ad in the paper for this thing called Access Consciousness. This was 22 years ago, okay? And it said, Access. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Call Shannon. And I was so overjoyed that no, I was not at all. I was so pissed off that I grabbed the paper and was like, fuck you. I threw the paper away. And 7 days later, as the universe would have it, because the thing is, the universe likes you way more than you do. It really does. When you're hating yourself, the universe is like, I see you. And you know what? This is not the only choice for you. I see you, and we're here. All of us are here. I don't know what all of us means to you, but I do know that that is an actual reality, okay? Whatever resources the universe has available are available to you if you will ask. And you know the next part, right? And receive. Allow yourself to receive. You think you are the controller of the world, but you're not. That's a lot of fucking work. You don't have to control the world in order to have a greater world. You don't have to control the world in order to have a greater reality. You don't have to control the world in order to like you. You don't have to control the world in order to wake up and go, wow, I really like myself. You don't gotta do that no more, okay? You don't have to be the controller anymore. There's this thing called the universe. There's this thing called consciousness that is within every aspect of the universe that would so love to contribute to you if you would allow yourself to have the vulnerability and the courage to receive it. So here I was thinking I was alone in the universe. I had done every spiritual technique I could, psychological technique. I was doing every weekend workshop I could to try to change my life, to try to get to a place where all I was asking for, my whole ask of the universe is, I'd like to be happy and I'd like to have more ease with money. Why? Well, because I figured those 2 things would make everything else work. I just want to be happy and have more ease with money. That was all I was looking for. And so the universe sent me a lifeline. Access. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Call Shannon. And what did I do? Fuck you. Have you ever done that? Has anybody ever done that? Don't you kind of like, I don't really want to raise my hand. But if you've ever done that, and you've ever done the thing of you ask for something and the universe starts to provide and you kind of go, nah, it doesn't match my reality. It doesn't match my point of view. It's not coming the way I thought it should. Oh, man. Oh, I hear you. I understand. Totally get it. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be nearly as hard as we've been making it. So I see this ad come out another week later in the independent paper in Santa Barbara that says, "Access all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Call Shannon." And I was like, kill Shannon. That feels nice. Yeah. Because I had been promised so many things that had never been delivered upon. Anybody have that experience? Where people go, yeah, no, I'll do this, this will happen, this will happen. Whether it's money, whether it's happiness, whether it's whatever the fuck it is. And so I was kind of jaded. And what's really funny is I'm not a jaded type of person. I don't do well when I'm jaded. I really don't do well at all. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I just want to cuddle everybody into more possibilities. I just want to take you all and hug you and be like, hi, there's something else possible. I've been exploring it and it really works. I promise it really works. Even if I spill my water, I don't care. And so I went and I had a bar session. And this girl I've never met before puts her hands on my head. And I have this energy show up and go through my body. And I was like, whoa, this is different. And after a few minutes, it went from sort of this energy I couldn't understand to an energy that just made me giggle because I couldn't define it. I couldn't define it, I couldn't control it, and I was just like, and it's with this girl putting her hands on my head. And I was like, I have no idea what the fuck we're doing right now, but this is awesome. And I got up an hour and 15 minutes later and I was like, wow. If it feels this way to be alive, I am in. I am so fucking in, you can't stop me from being in anymore. In that moment, I was like, I'm gonna live. If this is possible, because I walked into that session depressed and suicidal and ready to die. Not just like, oh, I might kill myself if I don't get a Lamborghini. No, that was not it. I didn't care about the Lamborghini. I was depressed and suicidal and ready to die, and I came out of it with a gratitude for being alive in an hour and 15 minutes. I looked up at the clouds, looking out of my office that I hated. My office was about the size of this stage that I'm sitting on right now. And I looked out and I was like, wow, has it always been this beautiful here? Is it actually this beautiful here and I just never noticed? And I realized in that moment, it actually is that beautiful. And I hadn't noticed. I hadn't noticed.